Look at you now, boy. Look at you now. Before the Bell podcast, slamming all comers. Bloodlines, crime time, real bath water. The boys' mind burns a CT. On your way to the count, 1, 2, 3. For the Bell podcast. Before the Bell podcast. Bell ringers.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the most must-see podcast for wrestling of all time. That's right, Osei Jackson Jr. I said of all time. It's your boy, Main Event CT. I am joined by my partner in crime. He is the legendary Dark Architect. He is Dark Kent. He is Chris Burns. What's up, Playboy?
Man, I'm so glad you said that.
Yeah.
I got a little feud
Let's talk about it.
with Osei Jackson Jr.
Yeah.
And that whole podcast
You
situation
should.
that's going on over there.
Yeah.
A lot of people may not know this, but at one point I was a producer on the Rich Eisen show.
Mhm.
I've been pitching for years
Yeah.
for them to do a wrestling podcast.
Wait a second.
Now this,
Hey, yo.
it got warm in here.
Wow.
Welcome to the most must-see podcast in all of professional wrestling, Before the Bell podcast. My co-hosts are now in hell with me. This is the one and only Big Black Machine, Maine.
Man.
like Terrence Howard, man.
Let me tell you something, Martin Morrow. Halloween, hate to see you coming, boy.
I mean,
costumes.
I'm looking for ways to roast.
Oh, you
I
can.
got nothing. I got absolutely
There's
nothing.
nothing
This
you could
is
say.
fantastic.
It's incredible, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
The mask,
Thank you.
the shirt, the sleeveless. I see you been doing your curl work. You're doing your thing.
That's right, that's
on
right.
the arm side. What?
like the Shogun of Harlem. I love it.
Yeah, I was wondering what the lights were for. I was like, what are the lights for? This is an
Yeah.
interesting setup.
Really changed
Yeah.
Now, when did Kane smoke is my
the
question.
mood. Yeah.
What's that about?
It is because I'm Maine. It's different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's really bussin'. Do you even vape, bro?
Oh, okay, cool.
Is that why his voice is like that? 'Cause he's a smoker. That was the whole thing.
No cap.
Your costume choices. Here's the funny thing. First of all, shout out to our producer, Mark.
Yeah.
Mark is amazing. Mark was talking to you. I thought he gave the cat out the bag. He was like, oh, it was like Shinsuke Nakamura. I was like, oh, it's going to be like Shinsuke. And you came in like Kane.
No, this is so much more.
96 Kane.
Yeah, the one arm.
Correction. 97.
97.
Oh, all right, there we go.
Touche. That's my bad.
Oh, wait.
Now, wait a second. Now, keep going. You had a beef with Rich. You had a thing where you worked on the Rich Eisen show.
That's correct. So I've been, for years, been pitching this to Rich, to the producers.
Yep.
He's got a whole network of like, there should be a wrestling. They have so many wrestling guests.
Mhm.
Then lo and behold, I see they done started a thing. And where's my phone call at?
No phone call.
Where's my phone call at? So now, I generally don't try to feud with other wrestling podcasts. But if you want this smoke, if you need this smoke, TJ Jefferson, yeah, I'm calling you by name. Let's get it. Let's get it before the bell, whatever the hell else y'all are called. Let's do this.
Now, as we
We
get
ride
started, let me
together.
say this. Everybody who's watching, we are live for the first time on Facebook as well as YouTube.
Yes, sir.
At the same time, our super chats are open. Our stars are open. Those super chats that are significant amounts, we will stop the show and thank you. But because I am looking right now, I want to acknowledge the people who've given something right now. Vibey Woodchuck says, move the thing. Oh, there we go. Mark on that. Mark on that cocaine. You understand?
Cocaine would have been amazing. That would have been amazing.
Cocaine? That's
Yes.
brilliant, brother.
Come
That
on.
that right there deserves something. Our next
It
one.
works better if it's written. If I said it out loud, it probably wouldn't have made as much sense.
Hey, man, how's Katie Vick doing? Connor Pearson Ward, thank you so much for that super chat. This is perfect. Yeah, if you can stay on those, Mark, so you ain't got to move the comments. You can still move so I can read it. But yeah, Legendary Yobi says, peace, love, life, gents. Let's go. CT the GOAT, proud of you, bro. And gents, keep up the fantastic work. These other wrestling podcasters got 6 months to get their ish together.
Damn
Hashtag
right.
before the bell. Thank you so much. Round of applause. Legendary. Yo, B, appreciate that. Yo,
Whew.
first and foremost,
Yeah.
it's Smoke, O'Shea Jackson Jr. Anyway, let's get into it, man. We got a lot to cover that we did not see on the pay-per-view. Monday Night Raw. I'm going to say this. We see the Xavier Woods heel turn coming, but it's not here yet.
Mm-mm.
He still defended him taking Rey Mysterio's mask off. Which, Rey Mysterio, I understand luchadors, but hey, yo, man. Mysterio, we seen your face
yeah.
for years in
I'm about to
WCW.
say, you wrestled maskless for like a decade. You know what I mean? With that old baby face.
Come on, man.
You know, blonde hair. What is it? The Filthy Animals?
Yeah.
But
Dominic has the exact same face.
in fairness, we haven't seen like old Rey Mysterio, so it might be, oh, I have to protect my 50-year-old face now.
So you gonna keep doing
keep
that
it up? Yeah.
the whole episode?
Probably.
I was asking.
We'll see if I give up at some point.
Yeah.
You are the wrong kid to grow up and give money.
What?
Because there are certain parents that told us no for a reason.
Yeah.
And now that you are on your own, can't nobody stop you.
He was constantly being like, one day when they was in the
I'm gonna get
costume
everything.
shops.
I want to be Sailor Moon. I want to be Kane. I want to be Batman. Okay.
And seeing the teeth through the mask is really what
Man,
does it for me.
That's a
man.
great mask, dude.
It is.
Thank you.
Also, you
Yeah.
just had that?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, for sure.
There's a lot like this.
Yeah, I know. I can't wait to see your apartment, bro.
Man.
I really can't.
Zoe Starks
Yeah.
has heard the rumors and is now wearing shorts. She is feminining it up. If
I
we can say
mean,
that.
Look, she got the body for
She
it.
got the
they all
body.
got the body
They
for
do,
it.
yeah.
You know what I
Body.
mean, I'm still waiting on Bailey. Bailey did an interview about how one day she wants to wear gear where her legs is out. I'm like, what
Really?
are we waiting for? Let's hit it now. Let's hit it right now.
I wouldn't mind supporting that.
No, not in any way.
Maybe the next world title run, I could see her doing that.
Okay. As a new sort of wrinkle to her character, mix it up a little bit.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I think her music is it's like, okay, like I love her music, but in spurts. It's like you know when you hear Superstar come out and that music
Yeah.
hit, you like, woo! Hers takes a while to get to the pop.
Right.
And she's already out on a ramp. It's like, yo, cut to the good part, then you come out.
Yeah, you
Does
like
that make
it,
sense?
It's like 3 sections
Yeah.
of her theme song. And Yeah.
Well, you forgot Role model, and then it, yeah. goes into
I'm so
that.
glad Def Rebel gone, boy.
oh, yeah.
Man.
My goodness, man.
Do you think she ever goes back to the hugging theme song?
I
Think
wish.
she ever does that?
I don't think they'll ever go back directly to the hugging, but I think they should do some version of it. But right now, when she had that haircut at Bad Blood, I was like, oh, okay, she's leaning more towards, you know.
You about to
Yeah.
cough any minute.
R-Truth is back.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
R-Truth is back. We got the Miz heel turn officially. That spot looked kind of clunky, but it was official heel turn from Miz. When R-Truth said, the authors of pain, what books have they written? Oh, he's the best, bro. Nobody's hotter than R-Truth in my book, man.
I mean, as evidenced by the nuclear heat
yes.
on the Miz for the turn. Like it was like Dominic Mysterio levels of
Yeah.
like disapproval
Yes.
Yeah.
of turning on Brother Killings.
Which is because I think we had made a suggestion of R-Truth being the heel when he returns or
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like
yeah.
that, but
Can't do it.
he's too beloved of a character, yeah.
Which brings me to my next point, talking about characters that are beloved, man. I feel like Triple H is doing something to spite us. And what that is the LWO got a tag team victory on Monday Night Raw.
Wait, why is that an affront?
I'm gonna tell you.
Okay, yeah,
Do you remember a couple of weeks ago when you did the championship test?
I do. Oh yeah,
He
yeah.
said Cruz del Toro and Joaquin Wild, they won their match.
yeah.
And I feel like he's positioning them to get them titles just to spite us, bro.
Wait, Dragon Lee was there too, so I'm gonna give more of the credit to him.
It was only them two that got. Vivey Woodchuck says, I don't watch AEW at all, but I'm going to the show on Tuesday in Because it's in my city. Can y'all give me a quick rundown of what's going on over there and what should I expect from seeing it live?
Well, a quick rundown would be there is no real rundown.
Right.
There will be a bunch of matches that won't matter before or after, and then there will be a couple things that progress to the Wrestle Dream pay-per-view. Right now, the only thing of significance is Bryan Danielson fighting his old neo-Nazi friends.
That's
Hope
actually,
that helps.
yeah, that's actually kind of the vibe
Yeah.
I get from. They all just wearing white tees.
Yeah.
Like when that's your thing, you know what I mean, and very low haircuts. It's giving racism for sure.
No black members in the Blackpool Con Black Club. Make that make sense, Tony Khan.
Yeah. Dragunov is injured. Let's talk about the injured list real quick. Dragunov is injured. He's going to be out for like 9 months.
6 to 9, yeah.
I feel like he can't catch a break because he just came back from that when he hit his head on the side of the ring from the match with Braun. Then, just to say this, looks like AJ Styles is legitimately injured.
Well, also, Braun Strowman had a groin tear.
He had I didn't know that.
Yeah, and in his match with Bronson Reed.
Here's why that's bad. To jump to that match, I don't like that finish because I feel like it did more for Bronson Reed than it did Braun Strowman because it showed Braun Strowman needed help to beat Bronson Reed, which now, of course, Bronson Reed is on top. He's on fire. But now with the groin tear from Braun Strowman, he's out and doesn't have the good heat that he had as he's going on with his injury.
See, I mean, I didn't oppose it that much because Reed's got to be a threat.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna get into this later, but like a lot of people in losses in WWE end up just looking like geeks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolute geeks. But Reed, we need to get back to protecting people.
I'll give you that.
In losses, and I liked what they did with Reed for that.
Randy Constance, I had 3 parlays today. Here's some change.
I'm working on one right now, Randy.
Yeah.
Thank
I'm
you
working
so
on
much.
one right now.
Shabazz Green says, gentlemen, so glad I found this pod. Blessed to see Amazing Brothers, fellow actors, comedians, performers, and blurs living the dream. Thank y'all. Too sweet. Justice for King Woods. Yo, round of applause. Thank you so much for that. You're absolutely right. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Woods is my guy, and I want to see something massive happen with him. But yes, protecting wrestlers in a loss.
Yeah. And like I said, I'm going to get more into that later when we talk about Judgment Day stuff. But yes, justice for King Woods. Like, I forget that he was
King of the Ring.
King of the Ring.
Yeah.
And that's the problem because the good stuff started this year.
Yeah.
I mean, if you get the King of the Ring or Queen of the Ring, you get a title shot.
Yeah.
Then you got nothing.
You think he brings that gimmick back in order to turn heel and he becomes King Woods again?
It's too late.
It
You think
is
so?
too late.
Yeah. And you can't, it would be a thing of Gunther was just the king. So
Yeah.
you can't be like, yeah, I remember when I was king 3 years ago.
Right.
No, not really.
I'm still the king.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, man.
Let's go. Sure, man. Let's go to SmackDown, bro.
Yeah.
SmackDown, AJ Styles return with that trash music.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You
I don't
come
think
back.
it's that bad.
You don't think it's that bad?
No. Okay. Let's do a quick ranking of your top 3 downgrades in theme music.
Well, what you're doing is you're jumping ahead.
You jumping ahead.
Well, is that a
you gotta
thing?
get
There's
drunk.
a seg-
All right, well,
there's a segment
this
that is
It's very
become
new.
that's sweeping the nation.
It's sweeping the nation.
Okay, that we're getting to get to later. Let's
Yeah.
not do anything in that
I heard
regard at the
Dyson
moment.
is trying to get it picked up.
How oh.
Because it's sweeping the nation.
That just hit me, and I hate you. I literally don't like you because of that joke.
What is this guy?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, thumbs down for producer.
Def Jam Digital over here.
Carmelo and AJ would have been fire. I would have loved to seen that feud.
Yeah.
Because it's 2 flyers, and also you got the vet.
When
you
did
got
AJ
the young
get
buck.
injured?
During the match.
Oh,
So
really?
I've read that it might be a work.
I would love it to be a work.
Okay,
Yeah, like they might be trying to do I don't know that for sure, but it might be like an old man AJ type deal of can he still do it? Can he still go? Because they said because in the videos you see him originally do the flip that he does and catches him or whatever, and then it was the Ushigoroshi where you hit the knee, and then but you see the knee buckle, but you don't. It's hard to tell if it's. AJ's such a good wrestler.
Right.
Sure.
He's phenomenal.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. Oh, you are
Boom,
just
boom.
on one today. Is that what we're
Got
doing?
a billion of them, boys.
Oh,
somebody
boy.
must be pregnant because CT's rolling out the dad jokes.
Oh God.
That was a long build up. But
Yeah,
let me tell you
yeah,
something,
yeah,
boy.
you made
That's you made it there.
It was like a sentence. What are we talking about here?
MVP of the dumpster match was definitely Chelsea Green.
Facts.
Oh, yeah.
She got way more out of that than Meechin did. I was shocked to not see Meechin get a pop when she came out.
Well,
Like, that shocked me.
it-
She's been working fire for months.
she has,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
You out of
you know what I'm saying?
control.
It's one of those things where you know they're not gonna do anything.
Yeah.
It's like every time they would try to give like Tamina Snuka a run.
Yeah.
And it was like, all right, you know what I mean? Like she got look, and in Tamina's case, there were no fire matches. Let's just be honest about it.
Yeah.
There were no encounters in the ring of note. Anytime the bell rung, you were like, oh no. And but so that's
She
the
got them
whole thing.
snooker legs, boy.
Yeah.
Them knees, them snooker knees, boy. I say, oh man, it's about to be
The
crazy.
whole family got thought legs.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
You know what I mean? Where they buckle inward. You know what I mean?
Come on.
It's true.
Tiffany Stratton
Yes.
Yeah.
called Bailey Pam, and that made me giggle. Listen, Pam, Bailey.
That
made me
hit
giggle.
my spirit.
Yeah.
Because the first time I met Bailey,
Yeah.
she introduced herself as Pam, and I remember
Oh.
being very disappointed.
Oh.
But yet, it's a whole running thing with me where I met a bunch of wrestlers that gave me their real names.
Ooh,
And-
hold tight.
Wait, hold on.
John DeBreh. Round of applause. Love this podcast. Can't wait to see y'all thoughts of the PLE. We get into it right now.
Absolutely.
We get into it right now. So now, Bad Blood, opening match.
Well, wait, real quick. I wanted
Yeah.
to say, I've liked the 5-match dynamic since I realized that the Raw and SmackDown before are more so extensions of the PLEs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because we just had just think about SmackDown in general. Triple threat ladder match main event for
that
the
was a
tag
good
team
match.
titles.
Oh, yeah. Great
Great match. A dumpster match.
Yep.
That's already 2 gimmick matches on one show.
And that's SmackDown.
And that's just SmackDown, in addition to the street fight on Monday, or this past Monday, and then upcoming Monday, IC title match,
Yeah.
a world title match, and whatever.
Two title matches
title
on
matches.
one night.
Exactly.
He's making every PLE like a weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's what they're conditioning us for because, they just announced that SummerSlam
It's going to be 2 nights.
Yeah.
2 nights.
And things seem to matter on the shows now. So
Yeah.
I think that's been really cool. Once I realized that, at first I was pissed about 5 matches, but this has really been a good build for WWE in a good week. Even NXT was cooking.
Let me say why. Yes, and I agree with the 5-match thing, but when we started to get into this pay-per-view, there were like 2 matches where you're like, all right, y'all could have put that on a Raw or a SmackDown and given us the title matches on the card.
Yeah.
But first, shout out to Samantha Irvin, man. Samantha Irvin started the show off singing.
We don't deserve her.
We don't.
No.
If Samantha Irvin committed a crime, this is how much I love Samantha. If she committed a crime, violent or non-violent, I would help her. I would help defend her, bro.
Oh, yeah.
She's amazing.
That's
You
our
don't even have to-
letter writing campaign.
I'm writing a letter.
Yeah.
I'm getting online. I'm also Domingo Tripp said, why do you do things? Why do you
Do things got the worst CTE damage? Oh, who do you think? Who do you think has the worst CTE damage? Punk or Drew?
Oh,
We'll get there.
We will get there. But yeah, I love Samantha Irvin, man.
Yeah.
She's the salt of the earth. Anyway, opening match. Punk versus Drew.
Yes. Also,
Yeah.
loved the intro they did with Metro Boom. It was long. It was too long, but it was
It was
cool.
only 5 matches.
Yeah,
You got
we
time
don't
to
need
spread out.
a
a 10-minute trailer for we.
You know what I mean? A little continuity, little story,
Yeah.
somewhat of a story.
Yeah.
And then they further entrenched Cody into the cookout.
Yeah.
You know what
yeah.
I mean? They're just like, they're really running with it now. Like, he's told me some Metro Boomin. And that's what we go.
Who showed up in
We're
a
supposed
trench
to
coat?
accept that as reality.
A trench coat in Atlanta heat.
Yeah.
Man.
It's like, oh, you haven't been here in a while.
That's the real American nightmare, boy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Whites and blacks together.
Yeah, that's right.
They hate to
They
see
don't
it.
want to see it. They don't want to see it.
That match, though, first to see Punk bleed was crazy. Then to see Drew bleed
Yes.
was wild. I just saw a picture of Drew McIntyre had stitches in the top of his head,
Oof.
and it had to come from that toolbox shot.
They were
Yeah.
like, if you ain't giving us the main event slot, we coming for it in blood. That's what's about to happen in this situation. And they
delivered.
The Drew one was almost worse
Yeah.
because it was like nothing.
Yeah,
Then everywhere.
Yeah.
All of it, like it looked like your fit. Honestly, like, it was just like horrible
Yeah.
situation.
Also, they have really red blood.
Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah.
gave blood yesterday, and I was like, my blood isn't as blood as this blood.
let's
My blood is
let's
not.
talk about that for a second. You just gave blood yesterday,
Like I didn't just get I don't like donated blood.
Oh, okay.
right? That's what I said. You gave blood yesterday,
Yeah.
like.
To the Red Cross. What is the why is this?
I'm just asking a question, bro.
Yeah.
I've
It
never
just seemed
you
like
know?
something interesting to throw out. You
Yeah.
just being curious.
Yeah, I usually set stuff on fire on weekends, so
Yeah,
I
okay.
thought that I would balance it out.
You said it so casually, like, yeah, it's Saturday, so I gave blood. Like, that's how you said it. I didn't know.
You know as one does on
Yeah.
Saturday.
Make it seem like I'm weird. Just ask the question. I didn't know you did that on a normal, but that's
Yeah.
great that you give to charity like that, man.
Thank you. Shout out to Met at a Bar, who did Met at a Blood Drive event.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. So shout out to them.
What they
Check 'em
give
out.
you for your blood?
I got a T-shirt. Apparently you're supposed to like hydrate a lot, so
Oh.
I got a lot of water and some snacks. They had mini pancakes.
Really?
Yeah, they were nice. They came with fruit on top.
Oh.
Yeah.
In my mind's eye, you were wearing this when you gave blood, and everyone was like, "Do we even?
We want this
I
blood?
don't know. If we want this.
Man, that's a good deal. I want some money for my blood.
Facts.
If I give blood, I want 1,000 an ounce.
I don't know if that's how 1,000 seems like a lot,
It's my blood. How you gonna put a cost on my blood?
for real.
but you have so much.
Because I'm healthy. I got a
What you
surplus.
mean, yeah.
I got all this body. I might as well have a surplus of blood inside of it. I wonder when this is too graphic. When a lady's time of the month, and
Oh,
they're like,
no.
"I'll give blood. I'll give blood."
This is
I got nothing but extra.
This is a chunky sample. We don't like-
Yo,
It's a heavy
we can't
amount of.
use this.
that's insane.
We out of control. So is it? He probably is. Oh, I'm not reading this, Mark. Mark be saying stuff. No, I'm not reading that.
We got another super chat.
Okay.
Bad news, Buck.
Yep. Bad news, Buck. I'm about to take off on this flight, but
Shout out to Maine and the black and mild fire that messed him up.
thanks so much,
Thank
Bad News, Buck.
you. I'll always remember.
Here's a segment of the night that is very underappreciated.
Hmm.
Gunther calling out Goldberg.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Gunther called out Goldberg to revisit what he had just said to Bret Hart and said, why would one of the best wrestlers on earth right now be a fan of a one-trick pony?
Woo.
He cooked him over easy. And I thought, when the security guards came out to try and stop Goldberg, incredible shirt, the Walter original. I would have rather saw Goldberg and Gunther have a toss-up instead of Sammy coming out, because it was underwhelming to see Sammy come out and attack him.
Well, because clearly Goldberg wasn't ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Like they were like, "Hey, bro, like we're gonna be in Atlanta. Do you feel like being at the show?" And
Yeah.
he's like, "My hamstrings, I can't be sparing." You know what I mean? When you're
Yeah.
that age, you can't just get up and do things.
Yeah.
You got to train to do them. So that made plenty of sense to me. But yeah, it didn't ring true when Gunther was like, "I always like Goldberg better than you" to Bret Hart. So for them to revisit that and bring it full circle, I thought made it a great moment. And Goldberg's still over.
Not only that, let's go back talking about Goldberg. CM Punk did the sharpshooter in front of Goldberg
Yeah.
to
And
Drew McIntyre.
terrible sharpshooter.
It was
though, but
trash.
it was a trash ass.
They should have said it
Yeah,
out on
his
Tuesdays.
balance is not what it used to be,
No.
right?
No. Yeah, I was like, what is bro doing?
What happens now? Where do Punk and Drew go after this match? After this feud? It's over.
It's gotta
Punk
be done.
won.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gotta be done. They
But I
gotta
mean,
move on.
where do they go? Who do they move on
Punk
to?
has to go after Gunther next.
But that's an AO waiting to happen. We feel like Braun
So?
Breaker is going to be the one to take it from Gunther, maybe. Or does Gunther go to Mania and Gable gets a shot at him and finally gets the win over him?
See, I think last night may have set up Goldberg cheating Gunther out of the title or cheating him out of that crown jewel title that they're gonna have.
I could see that. Lower stakes.
Yeah. And then maybe we get a Goldberg Gunther match down the line.
I would rather see that match at a crown jewel because that's where the money's made.
Yeah.
But now with Triple H introducing, it's going to be champion versus champion and the definitive winner. Cody has to win or it makes him get knocked down another notch. He has to.
Yeah.
Because now what I've loved about both championships standing on their own is that they're both elevated. Now when you do the champion versus champion, whoever wins, their title is more important.
Sure.
So if Cody loses that, now the WWE Championship is undervalued. The world title, if Gunther wins, I mean, if he loses, then that's it's a lose-lose, honestly.
That's my issue with the two world champions in general.
Yeah.
I've always, if to the day I die, I am going to be a proponent that there needs to be one world champion. Especially, it's so egregious that Cody's belt is called the undisputed title. Yeah. Because it's like, except for the fact that there's another world champion on the other show, like, just don't make no sense. So exactly right. You put yourself in these positions where it's like, well, which one means more? It's like, no, they're on the same level. No, they're not. And so when they go head to head, either you're going to get a stupid like DQ finish that's unsatisfying, or you're going to get, like you said, one of the titles look like the consolation prize.
And that's for every title. Because realistically, the women's, let's go down the list. Women's world title, Nia is not losing that.
No.
Unless she gets cashed in on at Crown Jewel.
Right.
That's the only thing that makes sense. Because Liv is not beating Nia Jax, bro. No. Now you go to the IC title, Jey Uso versus LA Knight. Jey Uso is extremely over. LA Knight might lose them.
Did they say every match is title versus title, or just I thought they said just the two world title matches?
No, each one. Tyrone Handon, thank you so much. Says, I said this months ago about Dom being in a shark cage, and y'all laughed. I think they wanted to use baby oil, but Enzo, but too much Diddy. Oh man! First of all, thank you so much, Tyrone.
Yeah, they didn't even explain how he opened the cage. It just opened at one point. It was like, this dude does magic now?
What's that about?
Well, I think they said he used something, but that's clearly when the camera had cut away. It's like, hey man, you have these angles, put that back in the in the replay or something.
Yeah.
But if he picked the lock, I was like, oh, I would have loved to have seen that.
You read that one, Marty Maro.
2K Javi says, my boys, shout out Martin for dedicated costume and CT. But Chris Burns, you on your way to being the Diddy of comedy. I see you grinding for real 100.
Okay,
I don't know what that means.
That's a terrible compliment.
Here's
What
the
kind of compliment is that?
What years are we talking about? If we talk about 94, 95, great. If we go anywhere after that,
jeez Louise.
You know, I think I feel like we got to walk back the compliment a bit. But I appreciate the love nonetheless.
Man, that's a crazy comparison.
What if this dude like just woke up from a coma and he's like,
he doesn't know
he has no clue what's been going on like the past 5 months? He's like,
why can't I find the Cosby Show on Hulu no more?
yeah.
Yo.
Oh man, R. Kelly's about to lay down another hot one.
Yeah, where's that chocolate? Chocolate Factory 3 at?
King Reem says Crown Jewel presents the opportunity for Tiffany to tease the cash in between either Nia or Liv. And that's another thing. Now let's talk about that match. I'm getting tired of the false cash-in moments, specifically for Tiffany Stratton, because we see that Nia's bullying her. We know she's going to cash in on her. However, Nia did say something, and I'm like, I agree, but the story is with the SmackDown Women's Championship saying you better cash in on Liv.
Yeah.
That would benefit her more because she would have a whole lot more fresh matchups on Raw than she would SmackDown. But for her to be a face...
her boyfriend's on Raw, too.
Yeah, Ludwig Kaiser.
Yeah.
But...
it would take away Charlotte versus Tiffany, and I think that's what we're all kind of wanting.
Well, Charlotte versus Tiffany or Charlotte versus Nia?
Charlotte versus Tiffany.
But Charlotte could come back either brand. It don't matter. Randy Orton went to Raw for 3 weeks just because. You know what I mean? It was like, oh boy, got the title over there. Yeah, I'm gonna go make a quick appearance. All right, I'm back now. Like, all right. Brand split is, relative.
Yeah.
Let's do your segment, man.
Oh, okay. All right. So there was a women's match that took place at the PLE, and it ended in a return.
Yeah.
And I just don't
Mm.
know if y'all was that, or anyone for that matter, was that stoked on the return. Raquel, Don't Call Me Gonzalez Rodriguez returned, and it was just absolutely. It's like, did people did not know who she was at first, or
She looked a little different.
She did dye her hair, and her body wasn't as.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Chill out.
Well, I'm just saying that outfit was very tight.
Yep.
No, I'm not saying anything rude. It just she looked different.
Yep. A little different.
So at best,
I always hated that back pose. When you got somebody like Rhea that's yoked, and Rhea do something with her back, you like, oh, I want a back like that. And then you see Raquel do the back thing, you're like, hey, Raquel, hey,
like, all right, now, right.
What
do
are we
a few
doing?
more pull downs. You know what I'm saying? Just a couple more before you give me the back pose.
Come on.
So, I mean, the return was underwhelming. I get it. She's like big, and so she's supposed to be imposing and some sort of a threat.
A threat to Rhea.
She had 3 different botches at the end of the match. She put her on top of Liv, which was
like
Liv
the match
on top,
is over.
which match was already
You
over. Bell had
disqualified her.
rung.
Yeah.
Then she didn't know where to take her after she picked her up.
Yeah.
And then at the end, she didn't know what to say while her Dom and Liv had reunited. She was just all the way lost.
This is the couple.
I was like, what's happening?
What are you doing?
So apparently, what happened is she returned, or she entered too quick, and the referee saw her. So it was supposed to be her knocking out Rhea, then putting Liv.
So a 4th botch is what you said.
Yeah,
Right.
So that was that botch basically created the other ones, because she was supposed to knock out Rhea, put Liv on top.
Yeah.
Liv retains.
Oh boy.
But because she came back in full view of the referee, then he was like, well, I have to disqualify it because I just saw this whole thing. That wouldn't make any sense. So then she just kind of kept going through the motions, but it was like, yeah, the bell rang. It's already too late.
And also, you didn't hear the bell? Like, obviously, if you back,
right.
you don't hear the bell?
Take an improv class. Yes, and the bell. You know it's over. Like, come on, what'd you think the bell rang for?
Hey, Birds.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you this right now.
Uh-huh.
You bring me joy.
I try, you know? I try.
Take an improv
That's
class.
hilarious.
No,
yes, and.
Know your surroundings. You're a wrestler. A bell rings, you know the matches
Man.
are. Come on.
You're a wrestler.
Yeah. What does the bell mean otherwise?
It always means the same thing.
That botch was insane.
Why don't you read that super chat, then I'll get into this.
Yeah.
Kenny Spark says, does losing the crown jewel chip make the loser's belt less valuable, especially if it's a loss without shenanigans?
Oh yeah, we already we touched on that.
Yeah, we just said
I can't take it no more, man. All right, I need your voice back. All right, brother. Or lift the mask up. But you ain't gonna do both. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's either gonna be the mask with your real voice,
How about this?
or it's gonna be that mask up.
just
Give me
tryna roll it.
2009 Kane. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we could have
saying?
got the one where the mouth was like
Man.
out at least. You know what I mean?
Give me Mayor
that one
Glenn.
had a.
No.
It
We need a
cost a lot
choice
more.
of what you gonna do.
I'll let the super chat vote.
Okay.
If you guys want me to take the mask off, drop a 20. If you want me to do my regular voice, drop 5. If you want a combination of both, drop 50. Wait, no. If you want a combination of both, drop 20. And if you want me to just keep going and doing the whole thing,
It's too
drop
much.
50. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah,
just vote. I don't really care.
Give us money, please.
Man. Well, speaking of which, guys, we cannot thank you enough for your super chats, your
Absolutely.
stars. The stars are not showing here on StreamYard. However, if you guys are on Facebook and you've given stars, type it in the comments so we can acknowledge you. And thank you guys so much, because we cannot do this without you guys. You guys have turned us into PBS. The show is being paid for by viewers like you. Because of you guys, we're able to afford studio time. We're able to pay Brilly for the clips. So thank you guys so much. Please do not stop investing in us, because we appreciate it.
Is that what starred is over there?
Say it again.
On the thing, it said starred. Is that what that is if you click starred?
No. Those are the super chats.
No, I'm saying it says
I know what you mean.
you're
That's
talking
like
about-
13.
okay, yeah.
starred
yeah.
messages, I think.
So anyway.
Yeah.
The return was underwhelming, to say the least.
Yes.
Which inspired me
Yeah.
to bring back the segment that's sweeping the nation.
It's sweeping the nation.
Chris's list.
You
just made the
list.
Chris
We don't need that.
is.
We got like a sound drop.
Yeah.
now.
But we appreciate the effort.
We do appreciate it.
Wait, what's this? What's the sound
We
drop?
can't hear it because we got the tape.
You got to hear it on the produced version.
Yeah, it's okay. In the finished version, I'll hear it.
Yeah.
I'll do it again. Chris's list.
You just made the list.
Thank you, producer Yo. You
That's
know what
my
I'm saying?
favorite. Jericho saying you just made the list,
Yeah.
bro. That made me jealous. The fact that you got that drop. Ooh,
I mean, it fits.
it fits.
So
Wait, so
You just made the list.
so my song
just made the
didn't mean
list.
anything.
We told you to bring your mom back. You
Yeah.
said no.
that's right. That trombone is
Definitively.
at home
Cool.
because of your decision making.
Cool. Could have had it. Would have loved to have it.
Why didn't they just use the trombone song I played last week?
Well, I guess we went a different direction.
That's what, absolutely. This hits harder. Anyway, Chris's list this week.
Yep.
We're gonna do the top 5 most underwhelming
Oh my God.
wrestling returns of all time.
Can I start? Just let me get, because I don't have 5. I'm going to just give you my
We
top
just
2.
gonna build a list together.
Wait, we have a
We gotta stop the
We got a
show real
super
quick.
chat.
Mel Grant, Maul
Thank
Grant.
you.
Thank you for
He
super chat,
said,
Tony.
you can stop with the voice.
All right, wait. Why did I become Unk?
Because it is more like an older person who has like throat cancer. It's Kane, I would say.
I'm not reading that, Mark. You can put that sign down. I Mark sign says pay $50 to keep Mark instead of Alex.
That's hilarious.
That's crazy.
That's hilarious inside baseball.
And to get called Unk, first of all, is never good.
Nope.
I'm a genuine uncle to 2 children.
Same.
Never want to hear that. You know what I mean?
It's right up there with Mr.
Oh God.
You know what I mean? Sir.
Sir.
We don't need that right now.
I'm gonna start with this. Well, first, yeah, back to Unk. Unk already means that you know how to grill.
Yeah, that's right.
You teaching people how to drive.
Yep.
You taking people to school sometimes because the mama got to work.
Yep.
There's nothing good associated with Unk.
You definitely have a hip clip.
Oh my
Definitely
God.
have a hip
You got a
clip.
Bluetooth? Yeah. Can you hear me? Charlie, you get
gotta
your
know
first
Charlie.
friend.
And for some reason, you opposed to pedicures.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Uncle Feet is just
Always like gnarled.
what's going on?
Gnarled toes.
Is this a conspiracy?
The blackest toenails.
That's a fact.
Like, I didn't even know that they came in that shape. What were you doing?
They don't. It's just
No
years.
socks, all sandals.
That's right.
Come on, man.
Raw toe.
Charlie as a man is when you get your first friend named Charlie at 42,
That's right.
and that's when you become Unk.
They issue it to you.
Look at this. It was hotter than a mask, wasn't it?
I
boy?
knew it was. I knew it was. Feel like a new man.
Yo, what if I took my mask off, my hair came in?
yeah. Talk about a
Bro.
reveal.
Your commitment. You know what? When your outfit changes, these are things that make the show even better, man. We all appreciate it.
Absolutely.
And you're killing it, man. Don't
Thanks,
ever
man.
stop.
Are you gonna wear that to the improv tonight?
No, I got reservations at Nobu, so I won't. be
Ooh.
there.
Oh, so you gonna wear that to Nobu?
Yes.
All right.
They were
Absolutely.
like, "Sir, you have to leave."
Too many freaks up in here.
No, boo. We got another super chat from
Rashad Ross for
Yeah.
$20.
Take that mask off, Unk. It ain't working.
Why do they keep calling me Unk? I'm the youngest one of the group.
That makes it so much funny.
I have no nieces or nephews. I don't even have siblings. Why is this happening to me?
Yo, you're officially Unk as Unk Martin.
Oh my God.
Bro, to be called Unk.
Yeah. I think you solidified it last week with the short shorts. Once we
Oh,
established
yeah.
that you don't own regular shorts, like
Yeah.
that's
They
a
snap
mark
and
of
dance,
an
too.
uncle. Yeah.
Unks do that?
Yeah. You see a
all
lot
right.
of thigh with your uncles dancing.
Come on, hey, come on now, girl. Huh?
They can't never dance by
No,
themselves.
never. It's like,
No.
hey man, that's your little cousin.
Yeah,
You don't
yeah,
have
chill
to. Hey, hey, put on "Step in the Name of Love."
Put it
Like,
on now.
No, we
Can't
can't.
play
We
that.
can't anymore. Why? What did he do that was so bad?
Oh yeah, controversial opinions definitely.
Charlie, can you believe they ain't gonna play Step in the Name of Love?
He was on the phone the whole time. He had a 2-hour
Been on the phone his
conversation.
whole wedding.
Yeah, she looked beautiful.
I'll call you back, Charlie. They're about to say I do. So to start the list off,
Yes.
this one hurt my heart to this day.
Mm.
Grandmaster Sexay.
Oh,
Yeah.
When he returned, I think it was like 09, 08, 09.
yeah.
He came back to no pop.
That's
Wasn't
right.
even no fizz, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, y'all not know? This is him.
I mean, in fairness, he was Grandmaster Thick A when he returned, and that, I mean, the chin was gone. It was a lot, you know.
He was
swollen.
He was
quite
sweating
swollen.
a lot.
Yeah. Shane McMahon sweat, like just
Dog.
you know.
Yeah.
Grandmaster Six A was like svelte at least and could move around.
He
When he
was.
returned, it was not good.
I was always a fan of Too Cool, especially when they got Rikishi.
Yeah.
I love the outfits. Remember in WrestleMania 2000, you could have the outfits. That was crazy. And then he left, and Scotty 2 Hotty and Rikishi were still there as Too Cool. And I'm like, well, this is weird without Grandmaster Sexay.
Sure.
And then he came back, no pop, no fizz, couldn't cut the promo. It was boring. It made me uncomfortable.
Yep.
And then when he helped, I think, Michael Cole win, it was like,
Yeah. It was that one. They said in the chat, it was that one Raw in 2011.
11.
Michael Cole and Jerry Lawler's feud, no doubt.
Yeah, terrible feud.
Tyrone Handon, shout out to Lady Ref Jess taking Naya's bump and believing
Being the first female ref to get hurt during a big match.
Man, that was
Yeah.
crazy.
True enough.
Oh,
True
cool.
enough.
Yeah.
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 We had not seen that.
That was like the only good spot
That was
of
a
that
good
match.
spot.
I mean,
Yeah.
we'll get to that Nia match.
Yeah.
Um,
Finn and Damien.
who you got on for this list?
Number one, I don't know if y'all remember, there was a feud with John Cena, and they brought back Bull Buchanan to
Lord have mercy.
to be like, yeah, remember what you did to B2? And he was like, yeah, remember me? Now
Everyone's like, nah.
now I'm a big fat guy, and I gotta take that one. You're like, all right, man, cool. My number two would be, I don't know if you remember when Big Boss Man returned at the end of 2001 to help out like Vince McMahon and Booker T.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it was just like he had just put back on all the weight, and he was wearing like a sweaty shirt, like a dress shirt.
I'm noticing the theme on these disappointing returns.
Yeah.
Just like the thickness is just like really is like part of it, right? Where it's just like, just like I said about Goldberg. You saw he had several layers on. Like, you ain't finna see this body.
Hey, chill out.
No, it's true. He was like, I ain't been working out. I ain't been running. You know what I'm saying? You gonna get this jacket. You gonna get these jeans. Like, you knew he was hot in the front row, but he knew he was gonna be on camera.
Let me give you one more.
Yes.
Ahmed Johnson, WCW.
Oh, it was Big T.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lord
You know what
have
the T
mercy.
stood for, right? Titties. Because he was just
More thickness.
just so that, yeah, just
I've never understood. Kane.
Kane is a hell of an uncle's name, by the way.
I've never understood why, when you gain weight like that, you throw on a muscle shirt. Because even if your arms and chest and shoulders is popping, you know the gut is there.
Oh,
brother,
that's not the shirt
that's
for you,
'cause
Ahmed
it's
Johnson.
steroids. Like when you do mad steroids, but you like eating good, but you're not like doing the combination of that and working out.
Sure.
You just have the roid belly, and then and then
Roid
it's like
belly.
oh
Yeah.
that's what when it's just like
Their guts get all huge like Vin Diesel.
yeah.
That's why in all the Fast and Furious movies, he still wears like sleeveless tees.
Yeah.
It's like, you don't look strong, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't believe that you could beat anyone in a fight anymore.
You know what it was? And I'm going to tell you why you feel like that. Fast 5 was when The Rock came into the franchise.
Right.
Yeah.
Before those movies, you saw Vin, you're like, all right, cool, he yoked with the tank top. When you saw somebody who was really yoked, you're like, hey, man.
He was the size of a refrigerator when he
Yeah.
returned,
Son.
when he came into that franchise.
He was, oh, man.
Yeah,
Lord have mercy.
Everything that he had lost to do like Scorpion King and the rundown, he was like, what if I did like 9 versions? What if I'm just 9 rocks now?
And
And
Give
it
me
worked.
every drug that will make me stronger.
Speaking of drugs, mine is Kurt Angle when he returned as the commissioner, and all of a sudden he couldn't like form sentences.
Oh yeah,
And it was like, and he did the thing too. He wore the referee shirt with the arms out, and it was like, you don't even, you want to go do at least 5 curls.
Yeah, you will never hear me disparaging Kurt Angle.
I would never either. Prime Kurt Angle might be one of the greatest of all time. That's like AI in the NBA. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that spurt was just unbelievable. It just
spurt
didn't
of
have the
Kurt.
longevity like we want. Because isn't it crazy to think that Kurt was in TNA longer than he was in WWE?
It's insane.
Yeah.
That's a wild statistic that I saw the other day.
He said he didn't like being called Perk Angle because he never took the perks before a match. It was always after matches. So during matches, he was...
What kind of semantics are we doing right now? if you took the perk.
You took the perk.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, I wasn't jazzed up on it at the time. I took it right after. Like, bro, it's in your system. It's in your bloodstream.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you a crack addict, you can't be like, well, I'm not on crack at the moment. I didn't smoke it this morning. Yes, you did.
You just don't remember.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Hey, man, your teeth are melted. That doesn't just happen, bro.
Hey, Birds. You
You're
on
your way.
You the next Lenny Bruce.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you can't count it because you didn't do it then.
Oh,
That's
God.
crazy.
I wonder how quickly after the matches he was doing it, too.
Yeah, probably immediately.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah. He rolling over out the ring, hitting it one time.
Kurt Angle is the GOAT, bro.
Yeah, but that was a bad return. And then I think my last one is Ronda Rousey's last run. She came back. Everybody, she for sure thought it was about to be a big deal, and everybody was kind of like,
don't give a damn about your reputation.
yeah, everybody was like, oh, this again.
We don't.
This again?
Yeah. Because remember how excited we were when she came in and she did the match with Rock and Stephanie McMahon and Triple H.
Yeah, that was amazing.
She was so good, and then she came in and it was like, oh, she didn't like train for real. And then you know what I mean? Then she started talking, and we were like, oh, we don't like her.
No.
You know what I mean? And then it just got worse and worse.
You know
then
what
she
it
left,
was?
came back.
So Ronda Rousey, this is what it was. It wasn't so much that we didn't like her. It was the things that she was saying in interviews outside of WWE.
Sure.
And those of us who are true wrestling fans and WWE fans, when you disparage the company like that, and then you come to work like everything's cool, like we're supposed to put you above the brand, that's where the dislike came.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And she, her kind of post WWE shenanigans of basically making like a liberal conservative viewpoint book, and it was like you can't use like liberal talking points to now be like, well, I'm this. It's like it's weird energy to be like, I'm gonna complain about this stuff, but for us women who like to cook
things about the fans all the time,
oh,
like
dude,
WWE fans
love
are like,
trashing us, bro.
Yeah, it was like, why are you?
You know it's not real, right? All right, cool, man.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah,
we got to stop that too, man. I'm so tired of people saying, it's not real, right? Like, have you ever seen a television show? Have you ever watched a movie? These things are all choreographed and scripted. Stop telling me that.
Shout out Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
When he did the 100th episode of the Store Horseman podcast with me. And he said, afterwards he said this, that was his big thing. It's not because he's into the UFC and all that. And I was like, Joe, you are a Star Wars fan. Do you think there are Jedi somewhere?
Jedi?
You know what I'm saying? Do you think the dark side is a legitimate threat to our safety? Of course it's not real. First of all, what kind of lunatic would I have to be to think an undead Undertaker has a job? You know what I'm saying? Like he got a W-9 that they send a check to the funeral home? I'm not, you know what I'm saying? It's insane. I'm not like, come on.
I have met people like that. They're in Alabama. There's a lot of, they still, there's like, what are you talking about? It's not, no, man.
Yeah, no, he's not dead for real.
Yeah. You think the Rock's sunglasses really cost $5,000?
Yeah.
And he just throws them into the crowd every night?
That guy's not a garbage man that comes and wrestles on the weekend.
No.
You know what I mean?
I got Mondays off. I guess it's time to go to Raw.
Let me go for this IC title while I got time. What?
I cannot stand hearing, it's not real, right? Like you're telling me something.
Yeah.
It's like, what are we, 9? And you telling me about Santa Claus? Like that's like you're about to break my heart. No, I'm watching this because of the athleticism, the storylines, and I'm watching this because it's extremely entertaining.
Yeah.
I'm not watching this because I think that at some moment Stone Cold is really drinking all of these beers.
Yeah.
At one point he was.
Yeah. My boy was getting
Remember that
mad.
when they made a point to say that it was light beer, that it was non-alcoholic?
Yeah.
Because at one point he was like, I'm gonna live this gimmick.
Yeah. Let me go drive the Zamboni real quick. Where did he get them licenses?
Bro. That's a great point.
Yes.
That is the greatest question of all time.
Do you know how long it takes to get a CDL? I got a CDL. First off, it doesn't renew after a while. Firstly, it's like a whole different test. You mean it's
a forklift? You need a forklift license?
Yes.
You drive a Zambonis? He drove a
what was the beer truck?
Yes, you drove a beer truck?
Yeah. the cement truck.
A cement truck, bro.
Also, what was like plan A? You know what? I'm gonna go get a cement truck, and if Vince McMahon say something today, I'm driving it through the entry. Like, what?
Today?
Yeah. Like, you get ready for this. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, so that would mean there's one day he drove like a garbage truck there.
Yeah.
He was like, I swear to God, Vince was like, no, I'm kind of cool today. He was like, all right.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna let him slide on this. I'm gonna stall him out.
They also showed how
Wait, let me slide on this. I was wilding. That's just like, all right, next week though, somebody might get their ass. Well, let me get 13 beers in me.
Yeah, if he would have said my name again, boy.
the antics of Stone Cold Steve Austin need to be studied, bro.
Absolutely.
He got through. He showed us hospital security was trash.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah,
Because he was able to dress as a nurse and beat up Vince McMahon with his own bedpan.
He didn't even sound different. He was like,
No.
Nobody. Listen, if I'm working
Yeah.
anywhere and a 6'4", bald, muscled up dude walks in like, hey, you know where Vince McMahon's room is?
Yeah.
I'm like, security.
Yeah. Yeah, how did Vince not see him walk into the room?
He's huge.
Yeah.
Huge, bro.
Can't miss that.
This man is 300 pounds.
Like, oh, this doctor works out.
Is that all Chris's list?
That's it for Chris's list.
You just made the list.
guys.
Yeah.
Finn and Damien.
Oh.
That match was We saw it on Raw for the past 6 months.
Yeah.
All right. So this is exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Are they so like hesitant to make the Terror Twins look weak that you got to do it at the expense of an entire faction?
Yep.
Yeah.
They can't get a lick on Damian
No.
Priest. Like not even every spot in the match was set up to where the heel could get heat by blocking a move.
Mhm.
But every single time Damian hit the move.
Yeah.
And it was just like, well, what? Yeah, you know what I mean? What am I supposed to get from this? Finn is completely ineffective. Stop saying, and it made it worse that they kept saying he was the first ever Universal Champion
Yep.
and he's done all these things. He don't look like it.
Yeah. You know what the most disappointing part was for me? Finn, and this felt very, not to disparage AEW again, but it felt very AEW. Finn hits the coup de grace, right?
Yeah,
We've
right.
established this is his finish, this is his move. He's put away so many people with this.
Yeah.
Hits it, 1, 2, kick out. Then he hits variations of it. He's doing it on the dude's head while he's, all this stuff. And I'm like, all right, that's got to be it. He's also got these other two guys out here with him who just help.
Yeah.
And he's still kicked out. He still hit his move. Still was like, yeah, I'm great. You're like, none of that did anything? You're the tag champion.
Yeah.
You're the former all this stuff.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. He's a current champion.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, my God. That's worse.
One south of heaven. Put him away.
That's right.
Yeah.
One.
Uno.
Come on, man.
And
That's not good storytelling.
And Carlito and JD were just like, no.
Yeah.
Man, help me. Jump him after it, at least. Something.
Yeah.
This goes back to my point. The Judgment Day and this storyline in general needs a muss.
They do need Omos.
Yeah.
What do you got Raquel now?
Oh,
All
man.
right. Raquel can be over there with her.
You're right, though. That top was one pull away.
Bro, I was like, this is a wardrobe malfunction.
Waiting to happen.
Let's talk about the big business, guys.
This is her. Wait, her top looked like the size. This is what Raquel wore.
Someone please screenshot that posture. We putting that video into the intro.
Oh God.
Cody and Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Jimmy Uso. That was the greatest reveal of his return.
Yeah.
For him to be standing there with the hoodie and the bandana, super kicks, and then take it off to get the pop. Now that's a pop.
Well,
That was a
I
pop.
did love how Solo was like, wait, who is that? Who is that? Like, bro, you mean your brother? You know who this is.
Pop, fizz. Oh, what a relief it is.
I like the kayfabe that they got so many relatives they even can't tell each
That's a
other
good
apart.
point.
Yeah.
Where he's just like, wait, and then it's like
Journey? Is that Journey? No, Zilla. No,
Bashard Ross, a lick of Damien. Pause.
I said on Damien, first of all, but thank
Thank you so much for the
chat.
super chat, man.
But even still, lick on Damien, yes, pause.
That's a good
absolute
pause.
Wait, but what if it was just like Paul Heyman on Ozempic?
In the hoodie?
In the hoodie.
That's not the threat. They just
But what
beat-
I'm saying,
They just beat his ass on the spot.
well, but what if he just got like a really, like I'm saying, if he did the super kick, you're like, oh, it's gonna be Jimmy, then he took it off and it was like Paul Heyman. That would
How
have been.
soon do you think Ozempic works?
yeah. Also, how do you think Ozempic works? It
Man.
doesn't turn you athletic.
This
all of a
isn't
sudden.
Nutty Professor juice.
Yeah, it don't.
Wait,
He's
high
got
nine
Buddy
peptide.
Heyman.
First off, the fact you call it Nutty Professor
Yeah.
Juice sounds bananas.
Yeah, absolutely. Nutty Professor Juice is a
mega
t-shirt.
I feel like that's something we need to open like an Eddie Murphy themed bar at some point, like they did Beetle House.
That's
It would have,
funny.
Yo, you want that Nutty Professor Juice?
And everybody's like, what's in it?
Yo, that's literally my favorite movie of all time. Earl Shine. Bro, Eddie Murphy's the king. We look at the match. Jimmy returns. We're like,
Yeah.
all right, cool. We knew somebody was coming back.
And a little wrinkle on that.
Yep.
What made it cool, because the meta is that we all know more Samoans are coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at any point, if you didn't know like Hikuleo was 7 feet tall,
Mm.
you could have thought it was him. You could have thought it was Zilla. You could have thought it was any number of people.
Mhm.
Then the fact that it was Jimmy, because no one said a word about Jimmy
Nope.
in so
No.
long. So it was so effective, unlike Raquel's situation.
Yeah. So Jimmy comes back. He and Roman sold that perfectly.
Yeah.
Roman was like, you came back for me?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, man, we family. And he's like, like his Roman Reigns' facial expressions, bro, are everything. We got almost 300 people in the chat.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you guys.
Appreciate y'all.
Before the bell. So now they leave the ring.
Well, one thing I wanted to say real quick.
Yeah.
You can tell they have money invested in Roman because they were not laying them punches in on him at all.
Oh, no.
They were like, I can't hit the face.
Yeah.
Hit his chest.
Even Jacob, I was like, oh, Jacob gonna tear him up. He was like, I don't
Be
want to.
careful with the merchandise.
Yeah,
bro.
but
Hands
Yeah.
off the
Absolutely.
merchandise.
Because the thing about this match is such a opposite situation of the Judgment Day thing. Roman and Cody are just, you see very clearly that they are stars, that
Yes.
they are the 1A guy in the company.
Yeah.
Now, imagine if everyone was positioned, not the same, but at least with some level of respect like that.
Randy
Yeah.
Constance, Roman leveled up with them acting glasses.
Absolutely.
Yes, he did.
Yes.
He's doing some good work.
It's such good
yeah.
character work when, I think you were going this way, when the Tongans start beating up Cody.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
And Roman's like, what? That was a one
That
night
was a
only
one-time
situation. I ain't
deal.
going back over there.
One-time deal.
Yeah.
What? I
Yeah.
literally, when he said that, this is my face on the screen. Say this is a one-time only deal.
There's a one-time only deal.
My jaw dropped. I'm like,
Yeah.
you're not serious.
Yeah.
Jimmy was like, come on, man, we gotta help him.
Yeah.
He was like,
You gave him your word.
If he dies,
he died. They go back to help Cody, right?
Yeah.
Don't even help him up at the end. Don't even help him up.
He was looking
Cody
at that
gets
title,
up.
boy.
He was holding that title.
Yeah.
He walks towards Roman, and I'm like, is he gonna walk the whole way? Roman ain't gonna meet him halfway.
yeah.
Stands there, raises the title, and the final boss returns.
How about it?
Ooh!
All right. This, for all of the flaws people had going into this pay-per-view
Yeah.
or their views on it and everything, this was an amazing pay-per-view. Like we didn't even talk about the guest appearances of like DDP, Mickey James,
Yeah.
Jacqueline, X-Pac.
That sweet look popping.
Right,
That
dude.
was the place to be in the whole
they
building.
did. Yeah. So shout out to Bianca Belair, Naomi, and Jade Cargill as the hosts. Real quick, Tyrone Handon, thank you for the super chat. Says Jimmy is the entire reason the Bloodline exists. Think about it. If he never got hurt, Jay would not have been on his own, and the dynamic would be so
That's
different.
facts.
That's
Yes.
a very good fact. All of that is a very good fact, especially when you look at the catchphrases. We talked about how Jay stole yeet from Jimmy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah.
We talk about how Jay stole dog walk your ass from Jacob.
Yeah.
And then the hand signals from Montez Ford.
Mm.
So it's like, hey man, lift it. But he's on fire right now. I'll never take that away from him.
Yeah.
Can I ask y'all a question?
Yeah.
Wait.
Oh, wait.
T Sipper, thoughts on Triple H comments? I know he didn't say.
Right thing, but saying I don't see color probably was not it.
He said, I don't see color. I don't see gender. I say,
I think you do, brother.
Come on.
You
Listen,
saw it when
guys,
you beat Booker T.
listen.
I'll put it that way. When you said people like you don't become world champion, I don't know what he could have been commenting
Yeah.
on other than that.
Just go in, entertain us, do your little spin.
That was great. And
Crazy.
then proceeded to beat him.
Yeah.
That insane.
And took 19 seconds to pin him.
All right, you know what I mean?
Yeah, after one pedigree.
Here's the deal. We hear this a lot, right? People who want to appear, PC or whatnot. They're like, I don't see color or whatnot. That's a problem, yo. You know what I mean? The whole idea is that you do see it, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
also people wouldn't be asking you these questions if there wasn't a clear distinction between what happens in, people of colors pushes in the company that aren't Samoan, because like I said, I'm not sure they don't realize Samoans aren't black, and people who are, not people of color. So if it wasn't an ongoing thing that has, history and roots in this business, no one would keep asking you about it. So at some point, just address it for real.
Yeah. Shout out to the guy who asked that question as well. I think he's
absolutely.
from Vibe magazine or something, but it was like, that was a great question to have asked, even to get the attention.
Yeah.
Because as we know, I'm responsible for Kofi Kingston winning that WWE championship.
Absolutely.
So when you have questions like that on the forefront,
Right.
things begin to change as long as you bring it up publicly.
Facts.
The Rock coming back doing the Mafia cut.
Yeah.
What does this mean now? Because how many people do you get for War Games in a match? 5 or 6?
Typically it's 4 versus 4, but it
could be 5.
They've done 5.
How many
on
was
5.
it last year? It was Cody, Seth,
KO,
and Sammy.
Yeah.
No, wait, say it again.
No.
Cody? It was 5.
There were 2 of them because there was the Judgment Day, which was JD. No, but I'm saying
He's just
numbers
putting
wise.
numbers wise.
Okay.
JD, Damian, Finn, and Dominic versus it was Seth. No, and Drew. It was 5 versus 5.
So it was 5 on 5.
Yeah.
And then for
Because back in the day, they used to
Bloodline.
have the 4 Horsemen and JJ Dillon versus 5 guys.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
so if it's 5 on 5.
they've done like 3 versus 3 before.
Yeah,
They've done
it varies.
it-
So in
yeah,
this
it really
situation,
varies.
they
Okay,
can make
cool.
it all happen.
yeah.
because I feel like in order for something to happen, in order for a Hikaleo to be added, he would have to debut soon.
I heard he's going to NXT.
Yeah.
That's a waste, though.
Have you seen him wrestle?
How about to say,
yeah.
there's
I think
a
it
hue of green
you
on that young man.
You might be looking at it.
Yeah, it's not quite
Have you seen
not
him
quite
wrestle?
ready for
Yeah.
prime time.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Okay, so
We're just now getting Tongaloa to a place where
to a
like,
place where we're accepting of him.
I thought that
wrestling.
ladder was gonna shake when he was. I was like,
Brother.
he's moving a little bit too much over that Friday night, but I don't know if he's gonna make it.
Yeah.
So that means new bloodline, a Solo, Tama Tonka, Tongaloa,
Jacob
and Rock versus Roman, Cody, Jimmy.
I still don't think it should be Cody.
It's not. I don't even think it's gonna be Cody because of the KO. Because KO jumped him.
KO attacked him after the show.
So I think that was the way of taking Cody
him out of
of the
there.
blood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get him
He don't
out
need
of
to be
that
there
mix.
anymore.
So
Yeah.
who's gonna be? Is Roman,
Keep going.
Jimmy?
Jay.
Are we gonna say Jay?
Gotta be Jay.
I don't think he's holding that IC title all the way.
I told you.
He's
I
gonna hold it
think,
to at least Rumble.
nah, I think they're gonna cost.
No.
I think he's gonna get costed the belt by the New Blood, and that's what brings him back into the mix.
I'm not mad at that. Okay, so Roman, both Usos. Sammy ain't doing
It
nothing.
gotta be Sammy.
Gotta be
Sammy ain't
Sammy.
doing nothing.
Gotta be
Nah,
Sammy.
he about to get his dunk smacked by his
What did
Gunther
you
on
say?
Raw.
What?
Dunks. Okay, that's an MF Doom line
All
and that
right.
got incorporated into my friend group.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? Step up, get your dunk smacked.
All right.
So his dunks is gonna get smacked.
Hey man,
I don't think every friend group needs its own slang. We can
woo. Hey man, far be it for me to judge. All right, so who's number 5
Pause.
then? Who's the 5th one? Roman, both Usos, Sammy.
Roman, the Usos.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Wait, there wasn't someone else in his
Roman
bloodline?
Uso, Sammy.
Is it going to be
Was that it?
Randy?
It was Solo. Solo's on
Solo,
the side
yeah.
now.
Is it going to be Randy?
No.
No.
Paul Heyman, maybe.
Maybe they bring the young one in to do that?
That's what I'm saying.
Zilla?
Not Zilla. Maybe
Hikuleo.
Hikuleo does that.
You think Hikuleo is going to jump? We just
I know
established
that. I heard he's going to NXT, but then, who is the 5th guy?
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
No. Why?
Why? First off, they've been building this Survivor Series now for 2. They started building this before they started building Bad Blood.
Sure.
So I think they wanted to be big.
So who's the fifth person on Roman
Stone
Reigns?
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Stone Cold Steve Austin
Because
be
he
in
don't
this
like
story?
The Rock, he can still wrestle.
No, dude.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been an incredible episode.
Yeah.
Thank y'all so much
The
for coming in.
narcotic is just seeping
It's
out of
strong.
your pores, dog.
Yeah,
There's
you've been doing-
no reason for that.
It's the Perk 30.
Yeah.
I take them before.
Marty Morrow, what's coming up for you, man?
Oh man, I got a bunch of shows on Saturday. I actually probably should cancel some, but yeah, just follow me at Martin M. Morrow on Instagram, and you'll see which ones I end up doing.
That's crazy.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
What about the guy that goes to the one that didn't know you weren't doing that one?
I don't know, I'll talk to him. I'll figure it out.
Hilarious.
What's coming up for you, Burns?
Man, I mean, we got Late for Work kicks off its 3rd year in existence.
Congrats.
Started off as a one-off, and here we are 2 years later. Kicks off tonight at the Improv, basically every Sunday after that. And then some cool stuff I can't talk about yet.
Hey, I love to hear that, man. Ladies and gentlemen, I will tell you something next week. In the meantime, we are about to go do the after show to take down and talk about everything that we did not get a chance to talk about now. We got some things to talk about for TNA, AEW, some more WWE news, and a couple rumors. Especially, we got to get back to watching the Marine.
Who we?
Yes.
So we can talk about the Marine 3. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Drop your bells in the chat. Tell us what city you watching from. Also, tell us your favorite moment of the episode, guys. We can't do this without you, and you guys know that because we appreciate you. And O'Shea Jackson Jr., we want the smoke.
Facts.
We out.
Yeah.
Laid out for the count. 1, 2, 3. Before the Bell Podcast. Before the Bell Podcast.